With the release of probably the most hyped up Roblox Blue Lock game on this platform, Project Egoist, it's provided us with another interesting take on this highly oversaturated genre. And a lot of people are wondering, will this game kill Azure Latch and Blue Lock rivals, surrounding itself as the best Blue Lock game? I think the obvious answer to that is no. However, I actually go as far to say that this game is actually destined for failure in its design. In this video, I'll go through a couple reasons why, despite it having a lot of players right now, fundamentally this game has no chance of competing with or even surpassing the two aforementioned games after a few weeks or months after release. And if I'm wrong in 3 or so months, you can go torture me in the comments about it. Anyway, let's get to it. Now, the primary reason why this game is destined to fail is because gameplay and design-wise, it doesn't fill any actual niche in its genre. Think about it. Blue Lock Rivals, although being pretty sloppy and filled with microtransactions, fills its actual niche within Blue Lock games because it is fundamentally designed to be the ultimate gacha-filled Blue Lock daycare, with extremely simple gameplay that encourages you to be an egoist. Especially with the best styles like Nelasagi that land shots from half field, this game is meant to be an extremely casual take on soccer games that doesn't take itself too seriously. This is also pretty evident too, with the absolutely horrendous style balancing and $5 emotes that would make an epilepsy patient immediately collapse on the floor after seeing it for more than 2 seconds. And although the animations aren't that good in Blue Lock Rivals, they mainly do this to have quantity over quality, allowing them to pump out a new style like every week or so. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, we have Azure Latch. Although you can be an egoist in Azure Latch, it's definitely meant to be taken a bit more seriously as a Blue Lock game, allowing potential for really cool pass plays and a much larger field that you actually have to be close to the net to score on. However, it also fills the niche of being the game for people who just want to look the coolest while doing their moves, as it definitely has the best animations of any other game on this platform. And even though it can be taken seriously, most public lobbies are pretty casual, and you don't need super elaborate chemical reaction type plays to score. It's just that the really high skill ceiling allows the game to be a lot more competitive at higher levels. Even the smaller games serve their own unique niche, with Locked being the ultimate competitive Blue Lock game in the genre, and Vision, well, this game's beyond dead, but it has probably the funniest moves I've ever seen in a Blue Lock game. Well, if Blue Lock Rivals is for the ultimate casual player, and Azure Latch is for a more mature audience, then what niche does Project Egoist fill? Well, it's at this weird equilibrium where it kind of takes itself seriously, but at the same time is very similar game to Blue Lock Rivals, so I'm unsure what kind of niche this game would fill. I want to say that this game is pretty good, but every single aspect of the game is either outclassed by Azure Latch or Blue Lock Rivals respectively. The casual and selfish gameplay, although subjective, I think most would agree that it's better than BLR, but worse than Azure Latch. The gacha system, better than Azure Latch, but worse than BLR because the styles are kind of easy to get. The animations, besides Nagi's Awakening, which is really well made, they're better than BLR, but worse than Azure Latch. Competitive and team-based gameplay, better than BLR, but worse than Azure Latch. Emotes and every other cosmetic, worse than BLR, and slightly better than Azure Latch only because they have this dumbass emote. Anyway, my point is, this game is good at a lot of things, but doesn't seem to excel at anything. And that's mainly why I think this game is destined to fail. If I wanted to turn my brain off and just play a super stimulating Blue Lock game, I'd go play Rivals. But if I wanted to lock in and play a Blue Lock game where I can synergize insane plays with my friends and look super cool while doing it, I'd go play Azure Latch. And even if this game adds more content through styles and MVP animations, I don't think it's going to help much unless they can update faster than Blue Lock Rivals. And this middle ground of quantity over quality wouldn't be bad if they had more content than some of their competitors, but considering how long it took to only release 4 styles and a couple cosmetics, it doesn't seem like they'll even be able to compete with Azure Latch's update schedule, which is saying something. Those reasons are more long-term though. Right now, the game still feels a bit boring and unpolished for a few reasons. Firstly, although the characters are balanced, some ability cooldowns are a little too short in my opinion, one of them being Nagi's control. It shares Azure Latch's control cooldown of 18 to 20 seconds, but unlike Azure Latch, you're near the ball at all times, so I think it's a little too short for a free ball steal. One thing I'll commend the game on is the AI GKs. They're actually pretty well done because it'll glove a lot of shots that Azure Latch or Blue Lock Rivals GK would painfully let in, but well-placed shots will still get past them. Player GKs are also pretty balanced, as the GKs don't have the hitbox the size of a literal skyscraper with a slide move that catapults your body like I just got hit by a Ford F-150 on a highway. Like another Blue Lock game. So in that regard, it definitely makes it more fun to play. However, passing and team play in general just kind of sucks. Although you can activate shot abilities without the ball physics make passing really weird and hard to execute in the first place, and stealing the ball mid-air is really easy with Nagi's control or just slide tackling because it moves really slow unless you use an actual shot move. It just doesn't feel anywhere near as polished or actually functional enough to be used in-game compared to Azure Latch. As far as the microtransactions go, they're not really that bad, with the ability to just buy currency and a VIP game pass for a coins multiplier. Speaking of the gacha system though, the cosmetics aren't too bad so far either. As I mentioned, the emotes are pretty good and they're actually fun dances instead of whatever this is. The game also has goal effects, which I'm pretty sure there's only 4 to 5 of, but they all look pretty clean too. And MVP animations are pretty much Azure latches, but worse. So overall, the cosmetic and gacha system isn't bad, but I'd say it's missing that overstimulating spark that Blue Lock Rivals has. So for those reasons, unfortunately, I don't think Project Egoist is a game that will last long on the front page. I mean, hell, I spent so much time making this video, it's already at a third of its player base from the release at peak. As I said, it's a really good game, just this genre is genuinely just too oversaturated to where it doesn't fill any unique niche, and is outclassed by the other 2 Blue Lock juggernauts on the platform right now in almost every aspect. If the game got more content, a better gacha system, and better ball physics, it might stand a chance. But for now, that's why Project Egoist is a Blue Lock game that is doomed to fail. But what do you think? Is the game actually fun? Maybe even better than BLR and Azure Latch? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed, any support goes a long way and I'd appreciate it. But with that, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.